But Lisa, they're missing a key player off the bench tonight.
Yes, unfortunately, they had a little accident after practice the other night. Janice McConvey fell while she was in the parking lot, I assume at school, broke her ankle, and so she will be sitting out tonight, and that's a real blow to Calais. As you see her on the screen right now, a player that's worked very hard for them and plays a key role, unfortunately, her senior year, and she's going to have to sit out.
What difference might that make in tonight's game? She came off the bench a lot the other night, and as you say, played a key role and is a big rebounder for Calais.
She does. She does a lot of rebounding, and she's also able to post up for them, which gives them a double weapon down inside with Tracy Mulholland and McConvey. So what it's going to mean is they're going to have some other players are going to have to step up and fill that void. So it changes their substitution pattern, and it's also going to mean other people are going to have to pick it up on the inside.
The winner of this game will move on to play Skank in the Eastern Maine Class C final on Saturday night. Skank was an overtime victor this afternoon over Central East Corinth, 46-40, in a real exciting contest. The Eastern Maine and state championship Skank Wolverines advanced to the Eastern Maine final in a real game that was a hard battle for them, but they ended up winning it in overtime over Central, 46-40. Again, Calais came in here number 1. You're looking at the Blue Devils on your screen. They came in here number 1, 18-0 on the season, and knocked off Mattanock Academy, number 8, in the quarterfinal, 59-49. And again, Searsport with an outstanding season. By the way, even though they were ranked 5th, they had a record of 17-1. They played a couple of Class B schools, so they're a team to be reckoned with. And they knocked off Narraguegas 55-49 in their quarterfinal game. Narraguegas was number 4, so that was a mild upset. But the Vikings have had a pretty tough schedule.
Yes, it's a good team. They've got good inside-outside balance, and now with McConvey out for Calais, it could create some defensive changes. They may be able to double up a little bit more on Tracy inside, and this could really make it a contest.
Well, it should be an interesting matchup here this evening. And some key players: look for Bree Robert, Amber Howard, Angela Redmond, Jennifer Ross, Robin Kelly to play big roles for the Vikings. And Calais has people like Andrea Leishman, Tracy Mulholland, a big scorer, Andrea Gibson, Holly Bell, Jessica Clark. And again, they have pretty good depth. And right now we're going to the scorers table for the starting lineups.
Game finds the visiting Vikings from Searsport High School. They'll be facing the Lady Blue Devils from Calais High School. Team members for the visiting Searsport Vikings, coached by Beth Staples, beginning with the sophomore, number 11, Kelly Field. Also a sophomore, number 12, Molly Brown. A freshman, number 13, Jen Shaver. Sophomore, number 21, Jamie Murphy. 23 is a senior, Mandy George. 32 is a junior, Crystal Dakin. 44 is a senior, Joy Richard. Senior 45, Heather Gray. Now for the Lady Blue Devils, coached by Bob McShane. Freshman, number 12, Kelly Dow. Sophomore, number 22, Amy Murray. The junior, number 24, Danica Greenlaw. Number 30 is a junior, Shady Butler. Number 40 is a senior, Karen Awila. The junior, number 42, Heather Donovan. 44 is a senior, Billy Joe Johnson. And senior, number 52, is injured, Janice McConvey. And now for your starters, beginning with the Vikings, a junior guard, number 33, Jen Russ. For the Lady Blue Devils, a junior forward, number 14, Jessica Clark. And the center, junior number 15, Bree Roberts. For the Blue Devils, the senior guard number 20, Holly Bell. And for the Vikings, the senior guard number 14, Amber Howard. For the Blue Devils, the senior guard number 32, Andrea Gibson. For the Vikings, the senior guard number 24, Angela Redmond. For the Blue Devils, a forward, she's a senior number 50, Andrea Leishman. Then for your Vikings, a senior forward, number 42, Robin Kelly. For the Blue Devils, the senior center, number 34, Tracy Mulholland. Your officials for this game, Mr. Bouchard and Mr. McCann. You're invited to stand and join us as the Searsport High School Band honors our country with the playing of our national anthem.
Okay, the Viking band getting the evening session underway here at the Bangor Auditorium. Two Class C semifinals coming your way this evening. Searsport and Calais and Washington Academy and goes against Narraguegas in a boys game following this one. Bree Robert will be jumping center for the Vikings, a 5'11" junior, and she'll be going up against Tracy Mulholland, the 5'11" senior for the Calais Blue Devils. Paul Bouchard will be throwing the ball in the air, and we'll find out after this game who goes against the Skank Wolverines in the Eastern Maine Class C final. Gibson for Calais with the ball. Long pop by Bell. Right away, she hits for three.
She wastes no time with that one. Some very familiar names on this Calais squad. Leishman, Bell, Gibson, they all seem like they've been here a while.
About 3 seconds off the clock, and she popped that one. Now it's stolen away. Going down with it is Clark for Calais. Brings it out to Gibson. She'll look long, give it back to Leishman. Fakes, goes in the lane, puts it up and off. Rebound tipped high, taken by Redmond of Searsport. And Russ comes down with it. Almost throws it away, and now saved in by Amber Howard. Redmond to Russ, and Calais comes out scrapping. And Searsport will set things up here. Jennifer Russ, Calais up 2-0. Russ's shot is up and off. Rebound banged around, picked up by Leishman. Calais has some big people on the boards. 7:04. First period just underway. Number 5 Searsport, 17-1 in the season against number 1 Calais. Came into the tournament 18-0. Number 14, Jessica Clark of Calais, looking for somebody. Goes down to Gibson, kicks it out of bounds. Searsport's ball. Andrea Gibson kicking the ball out of bounds, and it goes over to the Vikings. Both team colors, blue and white. Calais, of course, the home team. And Howard with the ball in backcourt. Coming up to meet her is Andrea Gibson. Howard comes into forecourt on the dribble for the Vikings. Goes over on the left side, goes toward the corner. Stops, comes back out. Up and in by Robin Kelly. They're tied at 3 to 2 rather. Calais had a 3-point shot. 6:25 left to go in the first period. Gibson the ball for Calais to Holly Bell. Bell looking down inside, starts to go in. Comes around looking for someone to pass to.
It's going to be a good matchup inside with Bree Robert and Tracy Mulholland as we see the feed there that time. He tried the lob pass into Tracy and it went off her fingertips. Coach
Gibson.
Bob McShane, as we saw.
Gibson pass intended for Mulholland. Couldn't handle it. Here's Howard back for the Vikings going on the left side in the corner. Long shot by Howard is off the rim. And Mulholland comes racing away with it quickly down court, going down.
Coast
Taking it in by herself and putting it up and in. Thought the Searsport defense not quite ready for
You
that.
don't often see that. She grabs the board and takes it end to end.
Russ, Redmond, she sensed the defense wasn't going to get back there and get set, so she just poured it on. Russ with a pop that's off the rim. The rebound tapped around, a foul, and it might have been Kelly behind Leishman.
I think Russ is going to play a key role in this game. In the quarterfinal game, she had a good game for Searsport. It kind of takes the pressure off Amber Howard and Bree Robert. She can add, say, 6 or 8, 10 points. She'll be doing her job for Searsport.
First foul in the game, and it's on Robin Kelly of Searsport. This is Bell of Calais in the corner. Back into Bell, and she's tied up. And Searsport gets the arrow.
Good help defense that time.
And Russ will put the ball in play. Coming into Amber Howard. Guarded by Andrea Gibson. 5-2, Calais up by 3. 5:05 to go in the first period. Pass to Redmond inside. Bree Robert puts it up, draws the foul from Leishman, and she'll go on the line.
It's going to be key for them to get that entry pass into Bree Robert. She's a very strong girl on the inside. She squares up well, and she's capable of scoring a lot of points in the post position.
So the 5'11" junior center is on for a pair. Their team down by 3. Bree Robert makes it 5-3.
Coach Bess Staples.
And it's a 5-4 ball game. The Blue Devils up by a point. Andrea Gibson to Mulholland. Tracy Mulholland goes in the paint, puts up the jumper. It's partially blocked and falls in, and a foul being called.
It'd be difficult for Bree Robert to match up with the quickness of Mulholland. As we saw her take earlier, took the ball end to end on a fast break. Now it's that quick little move, and she gets by, and Robert ends up fouling.
Robert went up to challenge her and got her on the wrist. Rebound coming down to Redmond, and she gives it to Amber Howard, the ball handling guard for the Vikings. The 4 general inside. Bree Robert up and off. Rebound Robert. She goes up and tied up. Pick up. Jump ball, they're calling it. Tie up. And Calais will take it back.
It was a nice pick and roll play by Searsport that time. Bree Robert set quite a pick, rolled off, and just couldn't get it to fall.
Andrea Gibson with the ball for the Calais. To Leishman, down low. Shot is up and off by Clark. Searsport with the rebound. Jennifer Russ running hard. Russ into forecourt, giving it to Amber Howard. A couple of good ball handling guards, Howard and Russ. Howard's shot is up and off, and Leishman with the rebound. Mulholland going hard again, going in, putting it up and
Again,
in,
that's
drawing the
quickness.
foul again.
That's going to hurt Searsport. That's going to be another foul for Robert, and another possible 3-point play for Tracy Mulholland. Again, showing her quickness.
Again, realizing the defense was not set and just taking it right down.
So Bree Robert quickly with 2 fouls.
Mulholland just sensing a couple times the defense wasn't quite ready for that, and she just went on a tear and found herself down there putting it off the glass. 10-4. Howard with it. Working against Gibson. Howard goes on the right side, looking inside. Wants to go into Blue. Robert finally does. Robert goes back out. The runs back to Howard for the long one. That's up and off. Howard with a
Good
rebound.
hustle.
Tries to throw it in, knocked out by Calais. Tries to get it back to Robert.
Good defensive play by Tracy Mulholland.
So Robin Kelly will play the ball in for the Vikings, and it's knocked out by Mulholland. Searsport will play it in underneath their own basket.
Kelly Dow, number 12, a 5'10 freshman, is in for Calais right now. She replaced Leishman. She's one of those girls we talked about that's going to have to step up tonight to fill in for Janice McConvey, who normally would be in this situation.
And Dow, the 5'9 freshman, batted the ball out of bounds. Howard will play it in for Searsport. Looking for somebody, comes out deep to Kelly, to Russ. Russ goes in, puts up the jumper. Won't go. Howard has it, moves in, puts it up, and she draws the foul from Dow. Howard jumped in there quickly and caught Dow a little out of position and drew the foul. Real team leader for Searsport. Amber Howard, 5'6" senior, said outstanding career.
Quite a soccer player as well, Keith.
Now it's a 10-6 game. Andrea Gibson, the ball for the Blue Devils. Getting it over to Kelly Dow. Dow starts to go inside, almost loses the ball. Jessica Clark, and a shot by Mulholland. Boy, she's on fire so far tonight.
She's come ready to play tonight. They're all feeling bad for their teammates, and they realize that they want to try to go out and win this one for her. Everybody needs to step it up a little bit.
Amber Howard. Started by Gibson. Now she goes over on the right side. Picked up by Clark, and now Mulholland steals it away. Jumps in front of Robert. Goes down with it.
Right back to her.
Gibson gives it back to her, but the basket is missed. Howard has it, and the Vikings come back. 2:40 remaining in the first period. Redmond is almost tied up, and now she is tied up by Bell. This time Searsport gets the arrow.
A substitution coming in the game for Searsport. Number 11, Kelly Fields, 5'5" senior.
Fields, the first off the bench for Searsport. Number 11, out to Howard. 2:35 remaining in the first period. Fields starts to go inside, has the ball batted loose. Now it's almost tied up, and she's fouled. So 3 team fouls apiece early in the game.
That's going on Clark.
First foul on Clark in the ball game. Amber Howard, number 14, guarded closely by Jessica Clark. Bree Robert starts to go in the lane, goes one way, goes the other. Back to Howard for the long one. And they're not falling yet for the Vikings. Dallas quickly down now. Holly Bell. Tracy Mulholland goes in the paint, puts it up and off. Rebound tipped around. Picked up by Russ of Searsport. Quickly down court, drives it. Intended for Bree Robert, but she does pick it up. Put it up a little too hard. And up and off by Kelly. And now Calais has it.
A couple opportunities for Searsport that time. Kelly came up with the offensive board, but then didn't put up a very good shot afterwards. It's going to be important that they take advantage of every second opportunity they have.
Now it's picked up by Fields, and quickly the Vikings come back. Howard in the paint, and she's fouled by Gibson. So Howard will go on the line for the Vikings. Since the Blue Devils are a little bit more relaxed, the Vikings a little tighter than Calais as this game begins.
You see Amber Howard driving here. Gibson picks up the foul. No, that's Mulholland that got called on the arm. So her first foul. These Calais kids have played together so long, Keith. They play a lot in the off season as well. And I think these seniors just feel it's their year.
Amber Howard. And it's a 4-point ball game with 1:25 remaining in the first period. Gibson drives inside, down to Mulholland. Gibson gets it back, puts up a long bomb. Rebound coming down to Bree Robert. For the Vikings, fight to keep it close here. They're down by 4. Amber Howard inside. Bree Robert spins.
Nice move. We saw that the other
Up
day.
and doesn't get the roll. Mulholland. Bree Robert has kind of a Kevin McHale move inside.
She does a nice job with it. That time, usually she likes to go off glass with it. That time she didn't. And again, that's another big rebound. Coach Staples leaving her in with 2 fouls, and she's still crashing on the boards.
She's doing well on the boards at both ends. Amber Howard throws it up, and it's an air ball. 12-8. Holly Bell back for Calais. Gibson will look at the defense and set things up. Nice pass to Bell from Mulholland, going by along the baseline. Just nailed her right there.
That's good court awareness, knowing where your teammates are.
Howard back for Searsport in the paint, puts it up and draws the foul. She's been able to penetrate and draw the foul, but the shooting of
This one's going on Gibson. And again, another substitution coming in. Tracy Mulholland will go out. And number 44, Billy Joe Johnson, a 5'7" senior.
And Amber Howard on the line again for a pair. Howard, a real key ball player for the Vikings and one of the better ball handling guards in Class C in Eastern Maine.
She's also 6 for 6 from the foul line right now.
Keeping them close, 14-10, 4 seconds in the first period. Gibson loses it, picked up by Russ, and it's tied up as the period ends. And we'll be back in a moment. This Thursday evening from the Bangor Auditorium, it's number 1 Calais against number 5 Searsport. Semi-final matchup to propel one of these teams into the Eastern Maine final against Skank. Skank beat Central High School this afternoon in an overtime game. So the winner of this game will play the defending state champion Skank Wolverines.
Keith, in that first quarter, Searsport shot 1 for 18 from the floor. As we said, they had their opportunities inside, and they just really, we saw a couple errant long shots, but Amber Howard able to keep them in that first period, going 6 for 6 from the foul line.
Well, they've got to feel lucky they're that close if that was their output in the first period.
Exactly.
Still a close ball game.
I think a key for them is going to be in the rebounding department, especially when Calais needs to do some substituting. As we said earlier, have a little bit of a...
Again, I think Calais was a little looser, a little more relaxed. Searsport was a little tighter coming into this game. And first period, I think Calais was playing more relaxed basketball than the Vikings.
Well, and Tracy Mulholland was really doing the job for them. She had 9 first quarter points.
Gibson with the ball on the dribble. Long pop by Gibson.
Nice
Good
shot.
for 2, almost 3, and it's 16-10. Howard, Jen Russ can't connect, and who knocked it out.
Well, that's a good shot for them to be taking as far as she was opening the shot. They just couldn't get the roll.
Blue Devils knocked the ball out. Searsport will play it in. Robin Kelly to Amber Howard, double teamed in the corner, looking for somebody. Fields goes in the lane, puts it up, and doesn't get it. Rebound knocked down by Kelly, tries to get it over to Robert. Now it's picked up by Field, and she has it taken away.
Trying to force that ball over to Bree Robert right now.
Andrea Gibson for Blue Devils. Mulholland's jump shot goes. Boy, that's quite a combination so far in this ball game.
And they're getting the roll. That's 11 points now for Tracy Mulholland.
7:05 to go in the first half. The Vikings need to get it together to keep it close here. Robert fakes, goes inside, puts it up, and goes in.
That's the move that she's developed. Quite a strong move to the basket.
Kind of thing she did very well in the quarterfinal game against Norueglegas. Holly Bell Going inside. Nice pass up.
Oh,
in that
left-handed.
time. Amy Murray, who's in the game. Number 22, 5'6" sophomore for Calais.
Redmond coming back in for Searsport, along with Clark for Calais.
Murray gets the basket and goes to the bench.
She did her job.
2012, 6:35 in the first half. Long three-point attempt by Howard off the rim. Leishman with the rebound for Calais. Mulholland. Leishman. Kelly on Leishman. And almost lost. It is lost out of bounds by the Blue Devils. Jessica Clark.
Robin Kelly came out and really pressured the ball. Andrea Leishman had it out front and forced a little bit of an errant pass.
As the Vikings attempt to keep it close. This is Amber Howard. Bottled up in the corner. Cross to Jen Russ. Fakes. Goes in the lane. Back to Howard with a shot that's good. They're calling it 2. 2014. Dallas leading by 6. Clark open. Puts it in.
Wide open.
An 8-point lead again now for the Blue Devils. Here's Amber Howard comes back to set it up for Searsport. Guarded by Gibson. Russ, Redmond. Redmond goes, but gets fouled as she goes by Jessica Clark. We've got 6 team fouls now on Calais, and still only 3 on Searsport.
Next one will be bonus situation.
So the Vikings may be able to help themselves from the foul line here before the first half is over. Russ inside. Kelly puts it in. Robin Kelly with a couple of points. 22 to 16.
Starting to warm up for Searsport, as we said, very low shooting percentages.
This is Gibson putting it up and off. Mulholland tipping it high, almost getting the rebound, but it's fought for. Now it's taken away from her by Bree Robert.
That's going to be important for Searsport. They can only give Calais one shot if they want to stay in this, especially with their shooting being off right now.
Amber Howard starts to go in the corner, bounces it into Robin Kelly. Kelly bottled up, gets it back out. Robert to Redmond to Howard. Howard fakes, puts up a long 3-point attempt. No good. Mulholland takes it down and whips it over to Holly Bell. Andrea Leishman down inside. Clark back door misses. Jen Russ coming across the midcourt stripe and giving it up to Amber Howard. 4:31 remaining in the first half. 6-point lead for the Blue Devils. Redmond inside. Bree Robert can't get through. Again, a 3-point attempt is good.
Nails that one. That'll get you back in a hurry.
Suddenly it's a 3-point game as Howard connects from 3-point land. 4:10 left in the first half. Holly Bell goes in the lane. Back out. Long one by Gibson again. There's 3 for Calais.
Take that, she says.
They take them back. Okay, Howard. It's over on the right side. Down low to Redmond. She's nailed by Mulholland.
Tracy Mulholland that time.
She went over to play defense and was going too fast.
She was in the air. She couldn't stop. She knew it as soon as it happened. Oops. Excuse me. That's the second foul on Tracy Mulholland, and they're going to rest her right now.
Angela Redmond is on for the shot. Missing the front of the 1-and-1. 25-19. Calais by 6. This is Andrea Gibson to Clark. Dow back to Gibson. Gibson goes inside. Tries to pass it down to Leishman.
See, with Tracy out right now and McConaughey not able to play, you're going to see more of a perimeter game on the Calais side.
A hard pass by Gibson to Leishman. Amber Howard brings it up 25-19 to Redmond. Guarded closely there. Gray In the lineup now for Searsport, Heather Gray, and she's tied up. But the Vikings will keep the ball. Heather Gray, a 5'9" senior who came in to give Robin Kelly a breather. Howard will play the ball in to off the foot that time of Kelly Dow of Calais. So Redmond will play the ball in for the Vikings to Amber Howard. 3:12 left in the first half. 25-19 Calais. Howard gets it out to Bree Robert to Jen Russ. Redmond back out to Howard. Vikings working around. Howard would like to go long again to Russ inside. And a foul being called on Leishman. The pass intended for Bree Robert.
With Tracy Mulholland right now, Searsport's going to try to get the ball. Tracy's out right now. They're going to try to get the ball into Bree Robert a little bit more. Either to just use her size inside, post her up, and as we saw just there, able to draw the foul.
An opportunity for Searsport to collect on the foul line, as they are in the bonus situation, but they haven't been able to do that. Now as Robert puts it up and off, Calais comes away with the rebound. Here's Gibson. Driving, stopping, coming back out. Leishman travels as she starts her move to the basket. 25-19, and Searsport will play it in. Gray going out, and Robin Kelly coming back in, number 42. .235 in the first half, 6-point lead for the Blue Devils. Amber Howard going in, passing back to Redmond.
I don't think Amber Howard realized she was open that time.
She's open again. Got herself open twice there and finally put it in. It's a 4-point game. Vikings keeping it tight. Leishman setting it up. Rather Gibson. Leishman now inside. Ball is loose and tied up. And Calais has the arrow. They'll play the ball in along the end line. And Kelly Dow will play it in. Clark puts up the long pop that misses. Russ comes away with the rebound. Jen Russ is in the right place at the right time a lot when the ball comes off the rim. Not in on the boards, but seems to be there, be around the ball.
She's a much improved player over last year. She's in control a whole lot more. And right there, look at the advantage, the height advantage that Searsport's having. They're just not able to put the ball in the hole. Again, taking advantage of Tracy Mulholland sitting out right now. When you get Bree Robert on one side and Robin Kelly on the other, you should be able to do a nice job on the boards. Unfortunately, they just haven't been able to put the ball in the basket. But they did pick up a foul on Dow, I believe. Kelly Dow picking up her second.
Bree Robert at 5'11", and Robin Kelly at 5'10", and of course Tracy Mulholland right now still on the bench for Calais. Searsport in the bonus situation, whereas they've only committed 3 team fouls themselves, so Calais will probably not be on the line in the 1-1 during the first half anyway. It's a 2-point ball game with 1:45 remaining in the first half. Andrea Leishman in forecourt over to Holly Bell of Calais. Bell starts her drive and she takes it, follows through but misses. Kelly gets it quickly down to Howard. She'll come down on the fast break. Up and
left
in.
hand.
Nice move by Howard.
A little bit of a hesitation, let the defense go by and laid it up with the left hand.
We're tied at 25. Gibson to Clark. Inside, back out to Gibson. Drives, puts it up. The long one. Off, no good. Rebound tipped around. Up and in by Dow. And it's a 2-point lead again for Calais.
Now holding her own that time.
Good tight first half. Kelly losing it, tying it up, and the arrow going toward the Searsport basket this time. So Searsport will play it in underneath their own basket. And Amber Howard will inbound it for the Vikes. Coach Bob McShane looking on. Jen Russ kicks the ball. Now it's almost lost away by Calais. Amy Murray, number 22, gives it over to Holly Bell. 40 seconds. Bell goes right in, puts it up and off. Rebound coming down to Bree Robert. Again, that height paying off on the defensive boards.
Get a chance to tie this up going into halftime.
Howard almost loses it. Now Redmond puts it up and
She'll
in.
do it.
And
Just inside.
Tied at 27. This could be a good one. Gibson with the ball. To Bell. Counting down the first half now. Tied at 27.
They're going to get a shot off. They got 3 seconds.
Murray loops it up and in.
Count the hoop. She got it off.
They're counting it, so Calais goes to the locker room with a 2-point lead. 29 to 27. So the Vikings, who were down by a few points early in the first half, came back to tie it up.
They were able to come
took
back.
advantage of Mulholland being out of the lineup for a while.
Exactly. And you can see right there where Calais misses that inside play of Janice McConvey. She can do nothing but sit and watch right now.
Ken McConvey, a key player off the bench, who injured her ankle and is not able to play this evening. Coming out on the court, Calais Blue Devil cheerleaders. Semi-final action tonight, a girls game and a boys contest on this Thursday evening here at the Bangor Auditorium.
There's foul trouble. She's only got 2, and they were able to keep her out in that second period and still maintain a 2-point lead. But you may see, as I said, they may try to pound the ball inside and see if they can't draw some fouls from her.
Okay, and of course, McConvey, as we mentioned earlier, key player off the bench, and the key rebounder for Calais at 5'10", is unable to play tonight.
That's
so that makes a difference in the strategy of both teams.
It certainly does. It changes his substitution patterns, and Kelly Dow and Billy Joe Johnson and Amy Murray have each come in, and they've had to pick up their role a little bit.
Blue Devils have the ball now. Searsport steals it back. Redmond knocked away, I guess, from Mulholland. Redmond picks it up. This is Jen Russ going hard underneath. Bounces to Robert. Can't get a shot up. Tied up. But Searsport keeps the ball. 7:45, second half, third period just underway. 2-point lead for the Blue Devils. 29-27. Robin Kelly will play it in for the Vikings. To Howard, out to Redmond. Fakes. Gets it back. Redmond's long one. And a traveling violation, I guess, being called on
the
Redmond.
up and down travel violation.
A little late that time with the whistle. Leishman coming in to Gibson. Gibson drives in the lane, puts it up. Scrambled for, up and in.
Searsport can't allow that to happen. Clark able to get the offensive board.
And now stolen back by Holly Bell. Let's see who's the foul on.
It's going to be on Kelly. Robin Kelly picking up that foul. Teams first.
First foul on Kelly in the ball game.
Second.
Kelly.
Searsport fans just realizing.
Robin Kelly went down to the other end thinking the foul was on Gibson. They ran together on the floor. Bell with it. Going in the lane, taking an extra step, putting it up and off. And the rebound coming down to Bree Robert. Jen Russ as it knocked loose by Mulholland. And now Amber Howard with it. Howard starts to go inside, goes in the lane, puts it up left-handed, and draws the foul. She might have been squeezed by
That's Gibson.
Gibson, I think, as she went by. Coach Beth Staples with instructions from the bench. Amber Howard on for 2 shots. Now it's a 3-point game again. Calais 31, Searsport 28. Howard gives her team 29.
So that foul line keeping them right in the game. She's 8 for 8 from the line.
Gibson with the ball for the Blue Devils to Bell. Cross court, it comes to Clark. Inside, Mulholland goes up and off. Rebound tip time. Mulholland with the rebound, puts it up. And a foul being called maybe on Russ.
Getting ready to check into the game now for Searsport, number 11. Kelly Fields is coming in, replacing Russ.
Only the first foul on Russ, but she'll get a break. And talk to Coach Staples. Tracy Mulholland up and in. 32-29, 3-point lead for the Blue Devils. A real key ball player for Calais and a leading scorer. Second shot is off. Redmond with the rebound to Kelly. She's tied up. It's kicked out of bounds by Calais.
Goes off
Leishman's foot.
Seeing a little bit of pressure now. Trying to trap Searsport in the backcourt.
Howard attempts to get it up to Fields, knocked out of bounds by Mulholland. Seems to be everywhere on the floor right now. Fields will play it in, coming out to Amber Howard. 6:30 remaining in the third period. Robin Kelly with it, looking down. Open, but now she starts to drive, has it knocked away by Bell. Now it's tied up, not quite. Howard puts it up and in from the corner. Three, is that 3 or 2? That's 2.
Just inside.
So it's a 1-point game. 6:10 remaining in the third period. Gibson drives in, takes it in, hands off to Mulholland. Nice pass, nice shot.
Somebody's going to have to come out and step up on her.
With that combination of Gibson and Mulholland, it's really smooth. Howard with it, and she's fouled by Clark. Still Howard, some heads-up ball handling, draws the foul. And 2 team fouls apiece.
Russ coming back in. Redmond going out.
That is the third foul, too, on Jessica Clark. So Clark in a bit of foul trouble early in the third period. Ball's lost away. Now Gibson coming up with it for Calais. Leishman is open, wide open. Can't connect. Bree Robert. Out to Amber Howard. To Jen Russ. The Vikings are on the attack. Russ to Kelly. Ball's bounced.
Right through her hands.
Hard pass. Couldn't handle it. Blue Devils pick it back up. Andrea Gibson. Bell to Mulholland. Russ to Clark. Into Mulholland. Fakes. Goes up and doesn't get it. Rebound coming down. Russ gets it. Long pass to Bree Roberts. She goes in, spins, and they're calling a player control foul on Roberts.
She may have pushed off down low on that.
So that's
You're going to take a look at it right here. There's the push off with the left arm.
That's the third foul on Bree Roberts. So not a good situation for the Vikings.
Although remember, she picked up 2 real early in the game, and
right.
It's been a while since she's picked that one up.
5-minute mark. 5 minutes to go in the third period. Leishman's shot is off. Rebound coming down to Kelly. Russ, 3-point lead for Calais. Jen Russ going in, pushing up and in,
Good,
and she
strong
draws the
move.
foul.
That's what we're talking about. She was able to do that in the quarterfinal game a couple of times, and it's important for her to get into the scoring attack as well. Makes that strong move to the left side. Draws the foul. Has got a chance to make a 3-point play as we have some more substitutions coming in. Dow's back in, along with number 44, Billy Joe Johnson.
Jennifer Russ on the line. She'll no doubt be back to lead this team next year as a junior. Ball handling guard for 5-6. And we're tied at 34 as we close in on the midpoint of the third period. Molly Bell. Mulholland has it knocked loose, picked up by Gray, and Howard has it.
Amber Howard got a hand on that one to knock it loose.
The Vikings on the attack. Amber Howard drives inside, open, takes the shot, puts it up and off. Rebound to Russ. Russ starts to go inside, spins. Now she puts it up in traffic. Didn't have a good shot, but gets it outside.
Again, they don't need to force
and
anything
draws
here.
the foul on
Molly
Bell.
Bell.
Russ trying to clear herself and making room for herself, and picks up the draws the foul from Bell. Right here. Four fouls on Calais. Robin Kelly misses. Almost gets it back, but it bounces away, and Calais comes away with it. Gibson to Dow. Back to Gibson for the three-point attempt. No good. Rebound comes down to Russ. Finally, to Howard.
Andrea Gray back into the game now for Searsport, giving Bree Robert a break.
Inside,
nice pass.
Kelly's up and in. Robin Kelly makes it 36 to 34. As the Vikings take a 2-point lead. I believe that's their first lead
I think you're right,
in the game. Mulholland jumps and puts it up and gets the roll. Sort of a line drive shot that time by Mulholland. Howard looking for somebody to help her out. Now it's Russ. Guarded by Bell.
Double team.
Howard with it. 3:10 remaining in the third period. Cross underneath the Kelly and can't hold it, but Gray picks it up and she's tied up. And Calais will come away with the ball. The arrow pointing toward the Calais basket.
Coach Bob McShane giving instructions to Calais. Look for them to try to work the ball inside right there to Mulholland. That's the one to go to.
Soft touch again by Mulholland. Calais undefeated this year. Came into the tournament 18-0. Searsport only losing one game. Howard.
Oh, nice pass. Way to see the floor.
Gray in and out, a little too high.
Tough break that time for Searsport. Howard came off a screen and saw Gray wide open.
Bell puts up the long one and misses. Russ gathers it in the corner. Gallops down court with it. Good hard dribbling junior. Up and off. And Mulholland comes down with the rebound. I think Russ fouled. As Mulholland started to race out of the pack, Russ picked up the foul.
See, again, you don't see that very often, the girl grabbing the board and then looking to push the ball down the floor. And that's been very effective for Calais, and they're very fortunate that Tracy can handle the ball as well as she can.
As well as being the tallest player on the team, she's one of the best ball handlers, along with Gibson. Gibson with the ball. Bell into Mulholland, moving in, tied up. The foul on Kelly. She says she had all ball.
Looked like a good block from here. It's going to put Tracy Mulholland back on the line. We can take a look at it right here. Kelly coming from this side.
Straight up, got the ball. All ball.
That's easy for us to see on replay. A little harder when you're the one out there with the whistle.
38-36, 2:10, 2:11 remaining in the third period. Knocked out of stepping out of bounds with it was Robin Kelly, and Calais will get it back.
Bree Robert coming in for Searsport, and Andrea Leishman for Calais.
Leishman to Bell. Inside Mulholland, up and
in.
Nice
left hand.
Nice move. Boy, she's a very effective ball player.
Getting some great passes inside to her as well.
Amber Howard. Calais now with a 4-point lead. Howard puts it up and doesn't get it. Up by Robert. Up and off. Gray with the rebound. Over her back is Billy Joe Johnson. So that'll put Gray on the line. The active shooting, she'll be on for 2.
Robin Kelly's checking in, but she can't go in for the shooter.
Maybe we don't have a shooter. I guess we don't have a shooter.
Foul.
So it's on the rebound. So 5 team fouls apiece now. Amber Howard putting the ball in play for the Vikings. To Kelly. Back down to Amber Howard. Inside to Kelly. Kelly turns, puts it up and off. Bree Robert with it. Up and in.
Nice move that time by Bree Robert. Again, taking advantage of an offensive rebound.
Great game here. 2 very good Class C basketball teams battling it out here for a chance to play in the Eastern Maine Final. Calais and Searsport. This is Holly Bell. Mulholland stolen by Redmond. Redmond brings it down court and gives it over to Amber Howard.
Wisely slowed it down. She would have been 1-on-3.
Howard, the ball handler, will set it up. Back out to Redmond. Over to Russ. High pass. She gathers it in. Goes in, puts it up along the baseline, but Vikings get it back. Russ again.
She's not able to get it to fall.
55 seconds in the third period. Bell will take the three-point attempt. Missing.
Big rebound that time.
Johnson.
And that's what Calais needs. We talked about those players having to step up, and she did her job right there with the offensive board and laying it back in.
Billy Joe Johnson apparently picking up the slack left by Janice McConvey. Now the Vikings having trouble in backcourt. Robin Kelly with it. Amber Howard guarded by Gibson. Fakes, goes in the lane.
Nice
Left-handed shot is off. Kelly up and in. Good rebound by Kelly.
Good weak side board.
Penetration that time by Howard. Gibson fouled by Howard. So 6 team fouls on the Vikings. Still 5 on Calais.
Holly Bell coming out.
Leishman will play the ball in for the Blue Devils. Coming into Mulholland, goes in, puts it up on the side of the lane.
Money in the bank right there.
It's a 4-point lead for Calais as the gun goes off, ending the third period. We'll be back in a moment. Okay, the final 8 minutes coming up here at the Bangor Auditorium in a good Class C contest between Calais and Searsport. You're looking at the Searsport bench and Beth Staples giving instructions to her Vikings for the final part of this ball game. It's been a tight one. Calais leading 14-10 at the end of period 1. At halftime, Calais held the lead 29-27. They lead it now 44-40. Searsport held the lead at 1 point, but Calais has maintained a 2, 3, 4, 5, even 6-point lead throughout most of the game, but the Vikings are keeping it close, and it's still anybody's game. Redmond will play it in.
Tracy Mulholland really doing the job for Calais. She's got 22 points so far, Keith.
Howard, and she draws the foul from Murray. Now each team has 6.
So we'll be in the bonus from here on out.
First foul on Murray. Searsport will play the ball out. Redmond will inbound it. Now Howard falling down, or
she tripped over. And they're fighting for position on the side, trying to get that inbounds.
Okay, Howard with the ball for Searsport. Third period, fourth period, just underway. Redmond goes inside, back to Kelly, loses the ball to Mulholland. She's coming down fast. Try to key the break, but now the defense is back. Andrea Gibson goes inside of the lane, can't shoot. Leishman tries for 3, off. Howard with the rebound. 7:25 down to Redmond, goes in.
A nice pass, gave it up to Bree Robert.
And this time Robert will be on the line for 2 shots. Vikings will also be in the bonus situation from here on out, as that is number 7.
Andrea Gibson coming out. No, she's going to stay in. We got Holly Bell in. Dow coming in. So a chance to pull within 2 for Searsport.
Pretty difficult to give a player like Gibson a rest because she's so vital to the ball handling of the Calais Blue Devils.
She is. She provides that outside threat as well.
Right. Okay, Bree Robert puts it up and down through.
Got the roll that time.
A 2-point game again with 7:20 remaining in the contest. Gibson. Kelly Dow inside, intended for Mulholland. Now Leishman gets it, puts it in.
Again, that play made possible by Mulholland.
Sort of an
great effort.
Uncontested shot there by Leishman. Howard to Russ, back to Howard. Side. Bree Robert goes in,
she
puts
had
it
the
back out to
shot.
Redmond, who's open as well, but Redmond, Bree Robert gets it back.
She didn't see it. She was wide open in the lane there.
Howard's long three-point attempt misses. And Gibson picks it up. Holly Bell into Mulholland. Back out to Gibson. Three-point attempt missing. Redmond finally comes up with it. Gives it to Howard. Racing down the court. And a foul as Holly Bell falls into Amber Howard.
Well, we can run that back. She ran into a screen by Bree Robert. It was like hitting a brick wall. She flew off that. I'm going to take a look at it right here. Robert steps up to set the screen. Boom. Knocks her right into Amber Howard.
So it's Bree Robert on the line. Rebound out to Russ, but last touched out by Kelly Dow of Calais. Howard will play it in along the end line. Looking for somebody. Comes out deep. Intended for Fields. Knocked away nicely by Gibson. Good defensive move by Gibson. The Vikings will play it in. Kelly. Robin Kelly gets it in to Amber Howard. 6:15 remaining in the ball game. Calais with a 4-point lead. This is Howard. Back to Russ. Open side of the lane. Puts it up no good. Rebound is tipped
Tracy
by.
Mulholland coming over the back that time. Will put Bree Robert on the line. That's going to be, I think, number 3 on Tracy. She's done a nice job of not picking that up until this point. But again, a chance for Bree Robert to close the gap.
46-42. Robert having trouble though converting.
I think we have a double violation there. Double violation.
Lane violation gives it back to Calais. This is Andrea Gibson to Holly Bell to Leishman. Out to Gibson. Kelly Dow. Cross-court pass to Bell. Calais going to work it around here and get the good shot if they can. In no hurry.
Watch down low. You know they're going to go in to Mulholland when they can.
Bell is open. Rebound is up and off. And the rebound comes away to the Vikings. Bree Robert gave it to Amber Howard. And now Jen Russ. Corner, Fields, back to Russ. Ooh, long pass. Too high. And Leishman will play it back in for Calais.
Redmond coming back in. Field going out.
The winner of this contest will play the Skank Wolverines in the Eastern Maine Class C final on Saturday night. Now, to Holly Bell and Gibson. Calais in the driver's seat right now. Bell long 1-3.
So Holly Bell gets into the scoring.
Extends the lead to 7. Amber Howard driving down court. Back to Robin Kelly to Jen Russ. Russ goes in the lane, stops, puts it up and in, off the board.
Changing up defenses now.
And Russ keeping it close, 49-44. Down with it to Mulholland. Starts her drive, goes in, puts it up and in. Very quick moves by Tracy Mulholland.
She's tough to guard because she can take that outside shot. You have to respect that.
Jen Russ going hard. Passes over, intended for Bree Robert. Who was knocked out by Bell.
Coach Beth Stables wants a timeout now. Her team down by 7 with 4:20 to go. And Tracy Mulholland really doing it all right now for Calais. She's making things happen, either making the play, with the saves out of bounds, or that time drew the defense out and went right by them.
Calais has been putting it together in the last couple of minutes. And what do you suppose the message is now from Beth Staples?
Well, they're going to have to do something to shut down Tracy. They've tried changing up their defenses. Bree Robert cannot come out and play in Tracy's face because she's going to be able to go by her. And the other thing that you have to be careful if you do concentrate on Tracy, you've got Andrea Gibson and Holly Bell that can make the outside shot for Calais. So we've talked a lot about Tracy Mulholland, and she may be piling up the points tonight, but you can't forget about the guards of Calais either.
And Calais, of course, will probably be a little bit more cautious and take the time and play for the best shot.
And there's still plenty of time. They need to make sure that they do the job on the boards and take good shots, not force anything.
Okay, Amber Howard will play the ball in for the Vikings. 4:20 on the clock. Redmond, Howard, and Howard might have stepped out of bounds.
I think they're saying that Redmond was out.
Okay.
It was a good effort by Amber Howard.
Bell with it. To Mulholland. They'll bring it back out.
And they may slow things down here a little bit. See if they can't draw out Searsport.
Using the clock is a great big ally for Calais. 3:59. Mulholland.
They're only going to take good shots at this point, not force anything.
Bell with it, starting to go inside, back to Mulholland. She's open, draws the foul. So both teams. There's a shooting foul. She'll be on for 2, but both teams will be in the bonus for the rest of the ball game. Certainly a tournament all-star. Tracy Mulholland, who's led her team to the Eastern Maine tournament throughout her career. And now it's an 8-point lead for the Blue Devils. Jen Russ with it for the Vikings.
Holly
Almost
Bell
has it
picking up the
stolen.
defense.
Russ gets it back. Howard goes in along the baseline, bumps into Mulholland, gives it over to Redmond, and puts it up and in.
And now they're going to go full court pressure.
Bell with it for Calais. Bree Robert goes over to try to pick it up. Double teaming.
Trying to force a turnover here.
Mulholland goes in the lane, draws the foul, went by Robert, and picked up the foul. So
Maybe Amber Howard, I think, had to rotate over. When you double team out front, you're going to have to be careful because that leaves Tracy Mulholland one-on-one with somebody down low.
Mulholland on this time for a 1-and-1. Front end is good. 53-46. Coach Bob McShane and his Blue Devils in the driver's seat. It's an 8-point lead again. Vikings come back. Jen Russ in backcourt, going all the way up. Kelly. Amber Howard takes a long one. This may be for 3.
I was going to say, that would be a big one if they can do it. Now they're probably going to run the run and jump right now. But see if they can't force the turnover.
A real nice 3-point shot there by Howard. This is Gibson going in, puts it up, and connects.
That's what we talked about. The ball got caught behind the standard there.
Extending that lead again, 56-49, 7-point lead for the Blue Devils. Up to Redmond. Back to Howard in forecourt. 2:35. Bree Robert back out, long 3-point attempt again by Howard. Won't go this time. Leishman gets the rebound. Andrea Gibson comes back.
Coach Staples trying to get her kids to come up and apply a little bit more pressure.
Leishman puts it up, partially blocked. Bree Robert has it, up to Howard. She's leading the pack. Fast break. Howard goes up, puts it up and in, left-handed.
Okay, now they want him in the run and jump up full court. They need to force some turnovers here. They can't allow Calais to bring it down. They have a foul on Bree Robert, I believe. That's going to be number 4 for her.
Well, she did well after picking up 2 early in the ball game, and she's picked up her 4th.
5-point game right now.
But putting a good foul shooter on the line in Tracy Mulholland, who has been there often during this period. Mulholland on for 1 and 1.
Big rebound that time by Robert.
Jen Russ. Vikings come back in a hurry. Russ goes in, puts it up, gets the foul, makes the basket.
Now they weren't getting that roll before. That time, big basket by Jen Russ. Chance for the 3-point play. Coach Staples and the Searsport fans up on their feet right now.
Vikings.
They're making a run at Calais. Calais wants a timeout to talk things over.
So the Vikings in the underdog role are making quite a run at it right now.
Well, they can cut this to 2 with 1:53 to go in the game. Just when it looks like they're out of it, Amber Howard comes up with a 3, and Jen Russ takes it back. Some missed foul shots on the Calais end, and we've got a game again.
Really outstanding performance in the last couple of minutes by those 2 ball players. Here's Russ driving hard to the basket.
Several times this has happened for Searsport. They've taken the ball strong to the basket, been fouled, and the ball has rolled off the rim. This time they've, at a key time, it's
sort
gone
of
in for them.
Double pump effort right there. She went up and poked it in. It's turning out to be an outstanding ball game. The number 1 Calais Blue Devils against the number 5 Searsport Vikings. Calais 18-0 on the season. Searsport 17-1. Skank is already there. They'll play in the Eastern Maine Final on Saturday night. And one of these teams will be there as well. 2 great Class C girls teams. Russ will go on the line. She can cut it to 2 points. Referee Paul Bouchard handing it to Jen Russ. The Viking puts it up and off. Rebound
Big
Kelly.
rebound by Kelly.
Up and no good. Rebound tied up.
That's Tracy
Pulled
Mulholland
away by
coming out.
Mulholland.
3-point lead. She's going to go to the hole. Puts it right back up to 5. You've got to shut her down.
Clear path to the basket. Russ will come back again with it. Take the shot. It's off.
Again,
Rebound.
Mulholland.
Mulholland going up over Robert and gathering it in. Leishman will give it to Bell. Back to Leishman. 5-point lead. 1:20 on the clock.
Now they're going to look to stall.
Andrea Leishman. Mulholland. Valiant effort by the Vikings, but again, the Blue Devils in the driver's seat with 1 minute and 5 seconds. Coming up on 105.
And there's a big turnover. Minute 5, but they're going to get the ball down in a hurry. Fields coming back in. Redmond going out, and Coach Staples wants a timeout. Quite a turn of events there again. And it was Tracy Mulholland coming up with a big offensive boards and scoring on this end to put her team back up by 5 with 1:05 to go. Now the thing you've got to realize on the Searsport part, you know, they've got Amber Howard that can hit that outside shot. Russ goes well to the ball. We've watched Coach Staples right now. Full court run and jump. She's wanted that lately. The kids haven't seen that, and they've allowed Calais to bring the ball down. But right now they need to pressure the ball, try to create some turnovers.
1:05 left to go in the ball game, and the Blue Devils will be no doubt cautious. Searsport has time. They can't hurry their shots, but they must get the ball a couple times here if they can. Jen Russ, Amber Howard, Calais pressing full court. Howard coming down, good ball handler, outstanding ball handler. Howard goes to the left side. Kelly, Fields, goes inside along the baseline, can't find anyone, tries to get into Robert. Knocked out by Calais. They're trying to get into Bree Robert.
50 seconds now.
Vikings will play it in. Kelly gets it in, knocked out by Gibson. She was attempting to get it in to Howard, but Gibson knocked it out of bounds along the end line. Kelly plays it in to Robert. Russ starts to go inside, looking back.
He's trying to shut up. Look at him coming right out on Amber Howard. They know she'll shoot the three.
There it is, too long. Up and in by Kelly. So there's part of it back.
Now they're pressing. Run and jump, trying to get the turnover. Quick foul by Amber Howard. That's going to be Leishman going to the line for the 1-and-1.
That's the fourth foul on Howard.
Still a lot of time on the clock. Andrea Leishman with some big foul shots right now. 1-and-1.
5'9" seniors. Most important foul shots probably of a high school career. The first one goes through. And that's a big, big basket right there. 4-point lead. And now it's still 4. Quickly, Howard coming down. Looking down low. Kelly goes in along the baseline, puts it up.
Blocked.
Up again off the board. 2-point game with 16
They're
seconds.
looking to press right here. Looking for a turnover. And you're going to watch Calais just try to hold it. They're going to have to come out and foul him.
Finally, Amber Howard.
That's tough right there. 5 seconds is still enough time.
Howard finally fouls Mulholland. Calais with a 2-point lead and
Searsport
only
just
5
lost.
seconds.
They lost their 3-point threat right there with Amber Howard going out. May have let a little bit too much time go off the clock on that possession.
And Calais,
all they wanted to do, get the ball in, hold on to it.
And Howard wasn't the player they wanted to make the foul.
Well, at that point, you want anybody that can get there.
Yeah, but I mean, before that,
exactly.
It probably should have been somebody besides Howard committing the foul, and probably somebody besides Mulholland being fouled. In any case, a 2-point lead by Calais. Mulholland on the line. It's been a good ball game.
It's been a great game.
The Vikings have made a valiant effort at the upset. Still not over, but only 5 seconds on the clock. The winner will play Skank on Saturday night in the Eastern Maine final.
We give a lot of credit to Calais too. They've done this without a key player, and the kids, they knew they'd have to step up their game, and they've all done that. So we look into, that's Janice McConvey right there. I'm sure she wishes she was over in the huddle right now. But as you said, Keith, a great effort on both teams' parts. Obviously, what Searsport fans are hoping for right now is a miss. And I'm sure Calais very happy to have Tracy Mulholland on the line.
Jen Russ will have to do the ball handling if the Vikings have time to do anything. Mulholland. First shot by Mulholland. It's good. That's a 3-point lead. Here's the big one.
This is the big one right here.
Nail down the victory.
3-pointer could still do it. Oh, we have a lane violation, so if she misses it, she's going to get another one anyway. But she doesn't need it. Tracy Mulholland has done it.
4-point lead. Russ will take it down, probably fire up a 3-point, hope to get fouled.
She needs to. And Calais has pulled it off despite a fine effort by Searsport. These Calais players have worked hard all year, undefeated coming in. As we see over on the side, I don't know if we can get a shot of that, Tracy Mulholland and Janice McConvey over by the bench.
Well, the Blue Devils maintained a lead most of the way by just a few points. Searsport was always within striking distance all the way through the game. And they led for a short period. Yeah, I guess in the third period, they led for a short time, but that's the only time. And beyond that, it was Calais' 2, 3, 4, 5-point leads throughout most of the second half.
Again, give a lot of credit to the Searsport team. They played their hearts out, made a great run at them.
So it shapes up as a Calais Skank final on Saturday night. More basketball coming up shortly here at the Bangor Auditorium. We hope you'll stay tuned for the nightcap. And then tomorrow we move into Class D basketball.